I think I'd done young Yusuke and Yu Hakusho too, like in just one random episode, and so it's kind of a huge jump for me. Pretty much that show, watching Fullmetal Alchemist from beginning to finish, you're watching Aaron learn to act. Yeah, because I could read before, but I couldn't act, and it was pretty cool. So yeah.
He's kind of a prodigy, you guys. I mean, if I had a nickel for every email that I got that said, well, Aaron Dismuke became a voice actor at 11 years old, so I can, I'm 13, right? Well, Aaron's a genius. Aaron can read really good, which is important, and he had a really good demeanor and some natural ability. And so he's quite an enigma to be doing what he was doing at his age. I remember Mike McFarlane telling stories about, even though Aaron was a prodigy, he was still 11. So you lock an 11-year-old kid in a box, and within about a half an hour, he's like, let me out! So Mike McFarlane used to promise him, give me one more line, Aaron, and I'll let you go play Halo for 15 minutes. So he had to bribe him with video games.
Play Halo with the technical staff.
Oh yeah.
They always had a big game going, like, they had 2 Xboxes hooked up, so it was 8 people total. Pretty awesome.
Why don't you pick a question?
Alright, Mario. Well, like, that phrase, what would Jesus do?
I can't wait
it
to hear
really
this.
applies to Alphonse. You can just ask yourself, what would Alphonse do as well?
Alphonse is Jesus. I never knew.
In a can. Jesus in a can.
Jesus in a can.
This is a beautiful image.
Alphonse
like
is
a great
Jesus in a can.
You should write a song. Jesus in a can!
Oh my gosh, that sounds like a commercial jingle.
Featuring Aaron Dismuke as the voice of Jesus. / Alphonse. By day, he's Alphonse Elric. At night, he's the savior.
In a can.
Savior in a can, that's what it should be.
A savior. Anyway, yeah. So how did our characters, or did our characters at all kind of rub off on us as people? Well, it's we kind of give life to them in a way, like without our voices, they're just drawings on the screen, but how we do that is actually dictated by their movements, the facial expressions, everything that's already been drawn. So, I don't know, I think almost to a degree we were chosen because our voices could best combine with what was drawn to really bring them to life. I don't really know. I'd say, did Winry change me? I think playing her made me a better actress. Because there's some really difficult moments that she has in her experiences in the show. I don't know that like it made me go out and want to learn how to be a mechanic or anything like that. But I know I really love doing it.
I realized the other day that I've played Edward Elric longer than any other character I've ever done. So a lot of people say, what's your favorite character? And while I love a lot of the roles I've played, I mean, none of them have lasted as long. I kind of think of like Yul Brynner when he played the King in The King and I, which that may be before a lot of y'all's time, but he did it for like, what, 40 years? I mean, he played one character for 4 years. And I mean, you can imagine how tightly knit he must have felt with that character. Most anime series are like, what, 26 episodes? And if you're lucky, you know, you get two seasons and now you're at 52, and that's about it, unless you get into something like Dragon Ball Z or 3,000 episodes. You know, but you know, with Full Metal, there were 51 episodes, and then a movie, and then video games, and then an OVA, and now Brotherhood, 64.